6:30 a.m. on this Wednesday, September 25th. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
I'm Darlene Rodriguez. Adelle Caballero is here. Updates on that crash on the bridge. George Washington and Maria LaRosa's got your weather before you head out the door.
Yeah, pretty quiet. We have another cloudy, cool start to the day. As you can see, looking over Midtown into lower Manhattan. So far, so good with the visibility anyway. We are not looking at much fog in our immediate area around the city, but I am keeping an eye through parts of the Delaware River Valley. So I'm going to start there. Still some persistent fog there as you get into the Poconos. So something to keep in mind if you're doing any traveling out that way. Otherwise, the radar and satellite picture showing a lot on the satellite, plenty of cloud cover, few sprinkles from time to time here through the Hudson Valley, and then again through eastern Pennsylvania. 62 now at Central Park, 58 in White Plains. Just enough of a break in the overcast. I'll step out here. Beautiful sunrise for Point Pleasant Beach. We do have in Ocean County, by the way, another round of some minor coastal flooding today, so we do have an advisory up. Otherwise, grab the umbrella, grab the jacket too. It stays cool today. 66 degrees by noontime, on our way up to 67. Only the mid 60s through 5 p.m. That best chance for showers today, mainly north of the city, but grab that umbrella anyway. All right, 6:31. Adele, what are you keeping an eye on?
George Washington Bridge. This is really messing things up here on the outbound approach to the George. Lower level, you do have that ongoing accident. We're going to take a live look outside right now over by the Alexander Hamilton Bridge. You can see it's a slow go here on the Cross Bronx itself, but look down here. Major Deegan Expressway delays have backed up. The on-ramp also slowing things down there. So you're definitely going to want to give yourself some extra time if that's part of your early morning commute. Keep in mind, we also still have the UN General Assembly going on. Street closures are popping up all over Midtown right now. So again, best bet is definitely to stick to your mass transit. Some of those street closures will be running through the 30s, heading all the way up through the 80s. Right now, we're seeing a lot of them through the 30s, 40s, and 50s. FDR Drive heading all the way out to 8th Avenue. Michael, back to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Adele. Now getting them ready for school, Maria.
That's right. So let's open up the lockers here and show what you may need. That jacket as temperatures starting off in the low 60s. And as you can see, mainly gray skies through the day today and for any after school activities. Still tracking that chance for showers, not just today into tomorrow. I've got one more chance into next week. All the details in the 10-day.
Thanks so much. Also ahead, a busy
roads right now. George Washington Bridge, we're still watching this crash on the outbound lower deck causing major delays. We're going to take a closer look onto that in a few minutes, but let's check out the Holland Tunnel right now. Darlene, Michael, already seeing 40-minute delays.
Thank you. And you can now watch. Now Maria LaRosa looking at the weather all over the tri-state right now.
Yeah, exciting times, definitely the sports world. Looking beautiful behind you guys with that sunrise. Yeah, we're getting just enough cloud cover and breaks in that overcast to get all the pretty colors. So I've got that too as we look into Nassau County. But yes, it's going to remain generally gray and cool again today, and keeping an eye on the rain chances again today and into tomorrow. And I've got one more into next week, but in between some milder weather and drier weather on the way. But I want to start with the tropics because it's a big story here. We still have tropical storm Helene as of the 5 a.m. advisory, but once it emerges into the Gulf of Mexico, this is going to rapidly intensify. The forecast continuing to show it a major hurricane by tomorrow approaching the coast of Florida, likely making landfall here potentially as a major hurricane with 120-mile-per-hour winds sometime late Thursday into early on Friday. So this is a major concern here. Obviously, we've got the storm surge, but also notice the remnants as it moves inland continue to spin around for a couple days. But even through Friday, this is going to be a huge rainmaker across the southeast. So impacts will go well beyond just the coastal issues in Florida. But for Georgia, maybe half a foot of rainfall here by the time we get to Friday. So flooding, inland flooding is going to be something to watch too. We're still on the north side of it, and that high pressure going to continue to keep it that way straight through the weekend into early next week. So we do have a few showers possible today, especially north of the city. And again, tomorrow until that front comes on through, we're generally going to be dry over the next several days, which is good if you've got outdoor plans for the weekend. Should be pretty nice Saturday and Sunday in the city, both days into the low 70s with some sun peeking out. All right, 62 today, a cool east breeze continues. We're only going to get up to 67. I would tuck that umbrella in just in case, but that best chance remaining through areas north of the city today for the wet weather. And then 63 overnight tonight. We do get into the 70s tomorrow, but still with the showers likely again again until that front comes on through. Drying out a bit by Friday, Saturday and Sunday into Monday, looking good. And then by Tuesday, watching another front. It's also the start of October. That could bring us our next chance for some wet weather and does drop our temperatures down a bit back into the upper 60s. All right, 6:47 now. Adele, what's going on?
Right now we do have subway delays, RE and F trains, so give yourself a few extra minutes there. If you're hitting the roads a little further east here, Southern State Parkway westbound, right by exit 31 for Bethpage Parkway, we've got a crash. It has been pushed off to the shoulder, but you've got some pretty heavy rubbernecking delays through the area. Making your way into Manhattan here, just as a reminder, UN General Assembly is still ongoing, still a gridlock alert day. We've got closures popping up on Lexington, Madison Park, all through the 30s, heading all the way up through the 60s at this point. So your best bet today, again, stick to your mass transit. Please do not try to drive through Manhattan, especially through Midtown. On a brighter note, Alexander Hamilton Bridge delays have eased out. That earlier crash at the George Washington Bridge has been knocked out of the way as well. An alternate side is in effect. Michael, back to you.
Adele, thanks so much. 6:40.